Greetings one and all. Welcome to the Easy and Delicious kitchen here today. Hope everyone's doing well. So yeah, I'm going to be making some a duck dish today. So it's going to be duck in an orange sauce, but it's going to be in I guess a Vietnamese style orange sauce. So yeah, looking forward to it. I did actually, full disclosure, I did basically nicked this recipe off a Rick Stein one I saw on TV ages ago, a few years ago. But it's a good recipe, but I've sort of tweaked it a bit, so it's sort of the same, but not quite the same. A few little differences. I'm using duck breasts, and he does his with a whole duck, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, I won't worry about that. I'm sure Rick Stein's not worried about me taking over his global empire. So without further ado, I'm going to first of all just fry off my duck breasts here, and I've put them, as you can see, face side down in the pan, and I've put them into a cold pan. I've seasoned them up, salt and pepper, and I've just turned my pan on now. So that's the best way to try and render down the fat on these breasts. If you put them in a sizzling hot pan, they just sort of seize up, sort of sear, and then the fat just stays there. So what I'm trying to do is render the fat out of there. I probably should have just mentioned too, just for clarity, I started those breasts there face down with absolutely no oil whatsoever, and as you can see, as the fat's rendering down, it's actually just cooking in its own fat really, and that's what we want. We want that fat rendered out like that. So as you saw, I've just flipped those over, and yeah, a lot of that fat has come out now. It's quite a lot, as you can see. So yeah, I've just flipped them over. I'm only going to leave them a couple minutes on this side. I'm going to be removing these from the pan and reintroducing them to our dish later on in the cook. So they're probably just about cooked enough for the time being, and I'll probably take them out shortly. Alrighty guys, so I've just added some ginger, a fairly big knob, just sort of sliced up, and some garlic. I've lowered the heat a little bit, and I've just had that frying away in the in what was left of that duck fat there. So now that's come down nicely. It's not quite, I don't really want to burn it, so the next thing I'm going to add is my orange juice, and I'll turn that back up again now. So I am going to add actually 2 cups, 2 breasts, 2 cups. And we are going to be reducing this a fair bit, so to that. And as well as the juice, I've got here 1/3 of a cup of fish sauce, and I'm using the Vietnamese Ngoc Mam fish sauce. If you've only got the Thai one, that's fine. This one's just a bit more just a bit smoother, a bit more subtle, not quite as salty, but still it's got that typical fish sauce characteristic. Alright, to that I'm going to add 3 star anise. I'm going to add the stalk of 1 large stick of lemongrass that I've chopped up reasonably finely. I've got 3 bird's eye chilies, the hot ones, seeds and all, that I've just chopped, sliced. And I've got here about a tablespoon of palm sugar that I've just roughly chopped, and I'm going to put that in and dissolve that into that sauce. Now what we're going to do with that is we're just going to let that simmer away for a little while and let it naturally thicken up for a little while. Alrighty guys, now my sauce has been simmering away there for about 20 minutes now, and it's reduced down, yeah, probably not quite by a half yet, but yeah, it's getting down a bit. So at this stage I'm just going to get my duck breasts that have been resting, and I'm just going to nestle them back into that liquid, skin side up, just like so. I've cleaned my hands, and I'm just going to let them poach in there for maybe about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to fetch them out again. Alrighty, I'll get back to you. Alrighty, so I've just taken those, yeah, it's about 10 minutes later, so I've just taken those duck breasts out of that liquid again. Now at this stage I've just got about half a teaspoon of corn flour that I've just mixed with a bit of water. So this is obviously reduced further, but I am just going to give it a little help thickening up, just with a bit of corn flour there. For basically our last step, and we'll just stir that through while it's simmering, just till it thickens up and gets a nice little shine on it. Alrighty guys, so as you can see I've sliced up my duck there. It's still nice and yeah, nice and pink, which is just how you want it. That's how I want it. Some people mightn't. And I've garnished it with some sliced spring onions, scallions, whatever you want to call them. So I'll just give you a closer look at that duck so you can sort of see what I'm getting at. So it's looking nice, and plenty of that sauce there on the plate too, so let's try it. Duck's nice and tender. Some chilli, bit of sauce on there. Man, that is so good. Look, if you love duck, and I don't know anyone that doesn't, but if you love duck, you've just got to try this one. It is just so good. That sauce is really yummy. It's quite, you get a back note of spiciness, as you can imagine, with all those chilies. You can back off on the chilies, but
the sugar sort of balances it out, so it's up to you. Back off if you want to. Take the seeds out, something like that. Man, I just recommend that the way it is. So yeah, thanks Rick for the inspiration, and yeah, credit where credit's due. I did get, like I said, I got the idea off him. I have modified it, changed it a fair bit, but you know, you've got to be honest when you say the main idea came from a Rick Stein recipe. Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I'm going to sit down and eat the rest of this. If you've subscribed to the channel, thanks for that. Really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, can you hit that subscribe button for us? And if you do hit the subscribe button, there's a little bell thing, and hit that too, because then you get notified when new videos come out. And I'm trying to get at least one out a week, but mostly I'd like to get 2 out a week. Alright guys, I'll see you all next time.